you, Chris. Like a brother. We're friends, right?
For sure.
Here we go again. So don't go look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight. You can be reasoned with them, don't be impolite.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of The King of the Friendzone, the long-awaited episode 2 of The King of the Friendzone. We are back in the motherfucking building. I am your host, Donny Finkel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @DonnyFinkel. And alongside me is my new official co-host. She was on episode 1. We have a better understanding of what the Friendzone actually means now. Because of that, part of the reason because of that is why she's my new co-host. Welcome in Nicole, a.k.a. Nikki, a.k.a. That's pretty much all I got. Say hello to the people.
Say, where are you going with that? Hi.
I got nothing else. For that. All right. Anyways, it's good to be back. Good to be back in the building, back in the, wherever we are.
Video chat building.
Video chat on the Zoom call. Good times all around. So, I mean, honestly, we should just probably get right into it because that's what the people are here for. I have a new interpretation on the word friend zone.
Yes, he does.
So thank you for that.
You are welcome.
I want to preface this by saying, like, I've gotten a little bit of shit for this. Like, don't think that because I thought, like, one thing about, like, what the friend zone actually meant that it had anything to do with the fact that I think highly of myself, because I don't. Like, people were saying, like, this dude must think that every girl wants to have sex with him and then, like, gets mad when they don't. Because that's not the case. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's more just, I thought, like, if there was nothing initiated on either side, I thought that was, like, okay, this is, like, friend zone. Like, this is it. That's that. Nada.
Friend zone is when you try to get with a girl and she says, buddy, you're such a good friend.
Now, when you get friend zoned by somebody you've had sex with, because that's happened to me too, where do you stand on that?
Then you're friend zoned. I mean, obviously there was a connection of some sort.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Looking for a quick lay, but
it's probably more the latter more than anything else, to be completely honest with you.
But I feel like, don't take offense to this, but I feel like you catch feelings quicker.
No, I do. Absolutely.
And so if a girl is
nice to me and she's moderately attractive, I'm in.
Yeah, you're in. So, like, and then you don't know how to get out.
I tell you, you're
even
right.
if they're fucking crazy, because you've really picked some crazy ones.
Well, yeah, it's between the fact that I know how to pick, and B, I'm also a little bit of a psycho myself, so that doesn't help things.
But, like, I don't know. I feel like if you were to have sex with somebody and they were just, like, using it as a quick lay, you would catch feelings, and then they're, like, out of sight, out of mind, and you're like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like why I can never have a one-night stand.
It all comes down to people just not being upfront with what they want.
That's very true, too. I mean, being upfront with what you want is pretty much the basis of every single breakup I think that there ever was.
Especially with social media and shit, like, it's so easy for people to have, like, 8 other side pieces.
Yep, yeah,
just
social media, like, if you have the funds, you can have a burner account too. Like, that's where it starts to get real weird.
Or, like, dating accounts, like, you have Tinder, you're going to be talking to more than one person, likely. So, like, if it doesn't work out or somebody says one wrong thing, then you just go to the next one.
Yeah, that too. It's like, I feel like there's, like, a very short leash. It's like, even like, I am that way too. Like, like there was like one time a girl, and this was, she messaged me this at the wrong time, but it was like probably one of my most viral tweets that didn't involve like other people. And some girl messaged me and she was like, hey, how's your summer going? And it was the year that my dad died, and it was like 2 months after that. And I literally messaged her back and I said, do you really want to know? And she was like, nice. She's like, yeah, I want to know. Obviously, I asked you how your fucking summer's going. Like, but it was just, horrific timing more than anything else. But, after that, I was like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm going to use this for clout. And then I just stopped answering.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone's an asshole. That's what it comes down to, Nicole. Everyone is an asshole. You know who is the biggest of the assholes, though?
You?
Well, other than me. I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious at this point. If you listen to anything or everything that I've done, you should have listened to the podcast I did a little while ago. talking about how much of an asshole I am. But no, the people that are assholes are those fucking movie executives that are the reason why I had a specific, way of thinking of the friend zone before I was enlightened. So movie executives are the reason for that. Now, that's what I'm blaming it on. I'm gonna go full.
I feel like that's a really far stretch. Like, have you ever watched the movie Friends with Benefits or like?
Yeah.
So like, it's pretty laid out.
Some of them are. I mean, the open to the show is Just Friends, and that's a little bit of a different story. But yeah, I mean, it's what it is. Yeah, it's definitely a stretch, but I mean, it's
just different because movies are like played out, and life you don't have that control.
Also, like the thing that I always like, because not that I actually am like being serious when I'm saying this. Obviously, I'm saying this with complete jest and complete sarcasm, but like I really more than anything, what it comes down to is like every single time there's like a movie like where it's like, oh, the guy ends up falling in love with the girl or vice versa. They've been friends for how long? It's like these are two very beautiful people that like the average person is not gonna be able to stack up to, and that's why they're falling in love.
Correct. That is accurate.
If two people are attracted to each other for the most part, obviously not in every single situation, but if they're attracted to each other, they're going to either try to hook up with each other or they're going to, and they're going to date, and that's that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, or there's like other things going on. For instance, I was talking to Tim earlier about this, and I was like, you should go on the show. And he's like, why me? And I was like, because you got friend zoned. He's like, who friend zoned me? I was like, I did. Like when we broke up and he tried to get back with me. Like, so like in what month was it? Like May? I think it was May. We started like texting again, just like unofficially talking, like just texting really, in my opinion.
Literally just texting, not talking.
Yeah. Like texting. And like, we were just like catching up on life. And, in his mind, we were talking, but in my mind, I was like, no, we're just friends, like trying to see like what's going on. And so I went on vacation and like I kissed a guy or whatever, kind of thing, And when he found out, he was mad, but I was like, well, we were just like, we weren't back together. He's like, in my mind, we were, and I was like, buddy, old pal.
Oh, buddy.
But now we're engaged, so.
Yes, shout out. Congratulations, by the way.
It worked out.
It did. Yeah. And that's one of those, and that's the thing. I mean, and I'm sure that we were going to get to this eventually, but you can break out of the friend zone. Obviously that was a different story because you guys had already dated and like, it was like a long-term relationship and stuff like that. But I do know people that have broken out of the friend zone. One of my friends has done it multiple times now at this point, actually. Shout out to him. He's broken out of the friend zone twice with two girls, but couldn't do it with you, which is hilarious.
Who are you talking about? CJ?
Yeah. He did it with.
I was thinking of Keith and Allie.
Uh-huh.
Keith was in the friend zone for
Keith also was in the friend zone.
Sorry, Keith, if you never watched this.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Who's the winner here? Because he's
him and Allie were like, he was like friend zone for a long time, and now look at them, happier than ever.
Yeah, it's all about perseverance more than anything else. I mean, it's perseverance without being creepy, basically. Like, if you like, and I don't know if she ever actually legitimately like gave him like the friend zone title. It was like, yeah.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if he ever made a move or whatever, but like, it was like, you could tell like when they were out places, like, It was like, I'm going to hold your bag, like while you do things and like that.
Yeah, he was interested for a while.
Yeah, it was like a forgetting Sarah Marshall situation where they got where what's his face is in the background holding her purse while she was taking all those selfies.
For breaking free.
All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is ironically something that came up in therapy, which is hilarious to think about because I'm getting fucking topics for my show about my show from my fucking therapy sessions. So that's fun. It's a really emasculating thing to have happen. But either way, regardless, my therapist was asking me about like, are you trying to find somebody and stuff? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, we'll go with that, but not really. But and then we got into a can of worms that I'm not going to get into right now, just about like my relationships in general over the past years. But one of the things that she had asked me, like, she's like, are there anything? It's like she said, what are your non-negotiables? Which I thought was a very, therapy-esque term. So I wanted to ask you what your non-negotiables are, and then I'll give mine, and then we'll go from there.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Like in a relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like what's something that you wouldn't be able to do regardless? It could be the hottest person in the world, the best person in the world, but it's like one thing that's like, you just couldn't live with.
That's a good question.
I have
What,
7.
what could I not live with in a relationship? I don't know. I don't like being put on the spot. You should have given me this ahead of time.
I gave you the rundown. I sent it to you.
I didn't read it.
Well, who's not doing their homework?
Listen, I'm in school full time. I have enough homework. Thank you.
I was in school for 8 years.
So yeah, my fiance makes a good point. He said my non-negotiables are a drug addict that steals from me, which
That's
like
fair.
kind of was a low blow because like been there, done that, but like
Yeah, but and we live and learn. Now you're not dating.
If I met somebody online and they like even smoked weed, I was like, nope, I'm good. Like I went out with this guy when me and Tim were broke up, and he was like the biggest fucking pothead. And he's like, no, I don't care that you don't smoke. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but I care that you do. Like it's just like something I don't want to be around.
That's actually a good question, because that's something that I'm sure is like a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't want to be around it. Like, I don't care if you drink, whatever. And like, I really don't care if somebody like smokes once in a while, but like, I just don't include me around it. And also like, don't make it your life. Like he was like, I have to smoke 8 times a day. Like I have to
like it can't be like a lifestyle. It can't be like a lifestyle trait.
And I was like, that's just not attractive. Like, it's not, even cigarettes. If you smoke cigarettes, I'm good. Like, nope.
Yeah, cigarettes for sure.
It's just gross. And like dip and all that stuff. Like, it's not what I'm attracted to. And I don't know. So thank you. That's actually pretty helpful.
That was good. Yeah, because I honestly, I could have probably come up with a few for you too, but that was a good one. So I mean, a lot of them, like again, I got put on the spot too, like because I wasn't obviously expecting it. And like the first thing that really came to my mind was like I was like it's not like being weird is a bad thing, but like there's like a certain level of weird where it's like, okay, like we're just gonna like we need to tone it down just a little bit.
Donny,
What?
What do you think I'm gonna say to this?
What? I said there's certain levels of weird, because yes, I know I am very weird.
Some weird ass girls around our friend group.
Yeah, well, you live and learn. You dated a guy that stole from you, so that's one of your non-negotiables now.
I was younger.
Yeah, so was I.
I was like 18 when he did all this to me.
Yeah, and I was like, it's like
3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you were definitely in your 20s.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for going after girls.
The girl that put her whole fist in her mouth.
Yeah, I do remember that. Actually, yeah, I do remember that was she put her whole fist in her mouth at dinner.
She definitely only wanted to talk to you to be around your friend.
No, she actually did. Remember, like when she ended things, she was like, "I liked your friends better than I liked you."
Like, I really like your friends, so can I hang out with them still?
It's like, no. She was like, "Oh, I want to just be friends." I was like, "Okay, well, that's fine, but I don't. I have plenty of friends. I don't need any more."
The story of your fucking life.
Why do you think?
He meets more girls, and he brings them around our friend group, and they're like, "I really like your friends."
Yeah. Literally, that's literally exactly.
You're frozen again, bro.
Oh, are we good? You're not frozen.
So funny.
Yeah, no, that was one of them. That was like one of the ones where I actually had been friends with by somebody that I had like romantic like interest in, and like thought I had a romantic interest in me too. Like, like she's never gonna hear about. She's never gonna.
And then another one, like still to this day, like all of my stuff on social media, like totally done with Donny.
All of my friends too, like all of my friends.
Like every single thing I post.
Literally every single thing, dude. Another thing that I would say is not on my non-negotiable list is like there's certain levels of clinginess that's okay. Like especially for me, like I like clingy. I will admit that. I'm a big like, I need a lot of attention.
Know that, but like I feel like there's a level where I guess.
But there's a line, like like I was talking to a girl not too long ago. Like I met her on a dating app, and like we were texting for a couple of days, and like I think I put my phone down for like a couple hours, or I took a
Yeah,
nap or something, and I had 3 or 4 texts for her of her basically just having a conversation with herself.
No, he sent it to me. She was like straight up just talking to herself, and like if he didn't answer or open it, she'd just keep going and going and going.
And it was like to the point where it was like, oh, guess I'll just go. Guess you got bored of me and stuff like that. It's like I understand, like, you know, self-loathing humor. That's fine. Like I obviously like that's like cracked me, but like at the same time, like if you're saying that to somebody that you're trying to talk to or like are interested in, and like you're like, oh, after 2 days of talking, oh, it looks like you're not interested anymore, ha ha, and you're trying to play that off as a joke. It wasn't a joke. It was you actually trying to figure out, like, you needed like the validation to be like, this person's actually still interested in me because they haven't answered me in 3 hours, and now I think that they're not interested anymore. Because of that, I was no longer interested because it happened a couple of times where, like, you know, and then afterwards I stopped. I just like straight up ghosted her. Like it didn't feel great. I won't lie. Like that's the first time I've ever ghosted anybody. And like, but I just it didn't feel good. But it was needed. It was completely warranted.
Listen, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I definitely felt like shit about it. Like, there's not that. And like, then that's that kind of tells you all you need to know about.
But you never met her, so like, who cares? Like,
no, exactly. And in general, I just don't like doing that because I know like it's happened to me like a couple.
I've definitely been that girl. Like, goes out on a date with somebody and then is just like, yep.
Yeah, but again, like I feel like there are times that you've done it, like it's been warranted too. You know.
Crazy Sal.
So, another one of my non-negotiables, I would have to say, is you gotta like my friends. You know, going back, not liking my friends enough so much that you want to just hang out with them and just like be friends with them and not me.
Okay, but some of your friends are rough.
I know, and that's part of it, which it is, and I'll be admit it. The guys are a lot to be. The guys are a lot to be around.
Growing up with them, they're a lot. Like I can't. There's times that I can't be around them because they are just so annoying. And
they'll like really like hammer you.
Breaking. They don't leave you alone.
Like so, the first time that like you bring a girl around, it's like you're gonna get like the full, like you're gonna get the full treatment right away. Like she's gonna know exactly what she's in for. Maybe that's the reason why my ex broke up with me. Maybe she didn't like my friends.
Your friends can be a lot. They have big personality. Well, they're just immature.
And they do. They have very big personalities, and they're like they're all the same person basically.
Yeah, and like
they're all like so similar. It's actually scary that many people are all like all in the same friend group that have that similar of a alpha A type A personality.
Yes.
Which is also hilarious because I'm not that. So like it's weird that I'm friends with these guys, but I've been friends with them since I was a kid. So like obviously I have no choice at this point now. But it is it is hard because like I've had guys that I've been friends with that their girlfriends didn't like our friends, and it's like puts a strain on things too. So they're an acquired taste, to say the least. I love them to death. I'll die for any of them. But they're an acquired taste. So
yes, they are.
I know you got it. Do you have anything else you can think of now that I gave you some time there?
What was I supposed to be thinking?
I don't know.
Probably like somebody that is like all over like a million girls, like especially on social media and stuff. Like if you're constantly like hitting on every girl, like I'm not interested. Like,
and you're just like one of those people that just like basically it's like you just like throw a dart at a wall and like that's the girl you're gonna try and hit up today.
Yeah, like I'm just like if you are seen everywhere, like I'm not gonna even get involved because it's like you just nope.
Social media sucks.
Yep.
Like I've come to the realization, like we kind of grew up with it a little bit. Like I miss the days when it was like you'd add somebody on Facebook and then like they'd add you back and then they'd message you and be like, hey, do I know you? And you'd be like, nah, but I think you're cute. And like that was how like you hit.
Now you just add somebody and they don't say anything.
Now you just add somebody, and then like usually the guys are just like send nudes or like send like a random like an unsolicited dick pic too.
I don't know if they do that on Facebook, but
I wouldn't be surprised. Facebook is as much of a fucking toxic piece of shit as any other social media now. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a girl, so I don't really know if people are getting unsolicited dick pics on Facebook, but I would assume so. But
I don't know, to be honest, but hey, yeah, boy.
I know we're almost done.
Next.
But yeah, so I mean, those are kind of some non-negotiables. Hit us up on the in the DMs if you have any non-negotiables that we didn't get to that you want to talk about, or just want to talk about anything in general. Oh, that's what I meant to. That's what I forgot. I forgot I added this on here. Nicole, I've said this to you. Let's see, carry the one, probably 17,475 times since we've been friends. But I think I'm in love.
Okay.
So I was on Instagram the other day, and
Oh my God, you're so annoying.
and I thought,
I know who this is
this
about.
page, it's called Unhinged. So obviously, it's just like funny, like people from like from Hinge profiles and stuff. And like this one girl had like her like biggest goal is to poop in all 7 continents. So yeah, I think I'm in love. Like, I don't want to travel. Like, I really don't feel like I feel the need to leave the continental United States. I feel like there's enough here for me to see that I don't have to go anywhere else. But I feel like I would leave the continental United States for this girl.
Okay. Traveling is like the best for one. And for two, you're a whole idiot.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I agree on one of those parts.
Like, not even just like half an idiot.
Just a whole idiot.
Yes.
Why is that? Elaborate for the people. They already know, but just
I feel
elaborate.
like it's pretty self-spoken. Like, first of all, you don't know this girl. You didn't even match with her. Second of all, it was a freaking
No, but I want to
meme.
find her.
Third of all, she is probably not going to date you, to be straight up, because you probably live in a different state than her. She's probably not even in this country, to be honest.
That's the girl who was trying to hook me up with her friend who lives in San Diego last week.
I was a little
It's
buzzed.
not that far, you guys. It's just 3,000 miles. You just gotta come to Connecticut and come meet my friend.
She found that video so funny.
Or no, you actually have to send that to me because I'm gonna put that in the outro.
I don't know if I have it.
You definitely saved it because I remember you saved it because one of us had to be sober that night, so I remember you saved
Excuse me,
it.
I was sober. I was just buzzed.
You were pretty buzzed. We had to wait a little while.
Whatever.
We had to mix in a few waters.
Okay, wait, hold on.
You definitely did save it.
When was that?
Last Saturday, so a week ago.
Oh boy, I've done a lot in a week. Huh?
Was that Halloween? It was Halloween.
No, I don't. Oh wait, maybe this is it.
How do you feel about long distance relationship?
Can you hear it?
My boy here. He's my best friend. His name's Donny. Little dorky, but big heart. Likes to drink, smoke sometimes. Well, I smoke, right? No, weed. Yeah. Sometimes he has edibles and doesn't remember where he is. Good egg though. So like long distance relationship or not? No, maybe.
Yep. So that was a thing.
She thought it was really funny.
Of course she did. Well, I mean, look who was in the video.
Me?
I was talking about me, but
No, I'm the funny one. Not you.
Well,
No, I'm the
no.
funny one.
But I mean, that was pretty accurate. Everything you said there, I would say. I mean, I don't
Little
smoke.
dorky, but
Like,
good.
you definitely made it sound like I smoked way more weed than I do.
That's because she smokes a lot, so I figured it would.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I'm definitely not like going back to the non-negotiables thing. Like, there's plenty of people on dating apps that are like 420 friendly. Like, if you use that phrase, I hate you. Like, just know that if you actually use that phrase 420 friendly, I actually hate you. Like, I hate you with the white hot intensity of 1,000 suns.
Yeah, it's not a cute look. I also hate people that celebrate 420 like it's a holiday. Like,
I don't know. It's like you can't smoke weed any other day.
what the just reevaluate your ways at that point.
Yeah, it's when
Not a
weed is
holiday.
it's when weed is a lifestyle, like a lifestyle brand, as opposed to just like, yeah, like I'm at a party, I'm gonna like smoke weed, or like, like circa 5 years ago when I used to get sex out, I used to go get high because like I had nothing better to do, and it's just, it is what it is. But yeah, no, that's like, yeah. So, anyways, Definitely not actually in love though. Like, you know, and I'm going to throw that
Yeah.
out there for legal reasons. Because if this girl ever like, you know, ends up murdered or something, like I don't want to be the main suspect.
You're
Um,
an idiot.
huh?
You're an idiot.
Well, I gotta cover my ass. I'm a big cover my ass guy.
Please keep it covered.
Well, obviously, we're not talking. We're not talking literally here. And obviously, the amount of times that I tell you about my pooping escapades, obviously, I would never want anyone to have to see that.
Nope.
I mean, it's clean, obviously, but I mean,
Okay, new subject.
but yeah, definitely not actually in love. Let's just throw that out there. But thought it was a funny meme. But if you are like big into pooping, hit me up. Not like pooping on like sexually pooping, but just like the enjoyment of taking a nice poop.
Donny's list of what he looks for in a girl is okay with pooping. Will poop around him. Loves to poop.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
Loves
Like that's
to
love. Like if you can
McDonald's
poop around somebody and be like, yo, you just missed it. I just took like the nicest fucking shit.
And that's not really all Donny needs in a girl. You just have to be able to talk about your poop.
I was just like more just being open, like completely open about everything. And the last thing we're gonna get to today before we get out of here, because I'm gonna go get fucked up out of my mind in a little bit because it's been a long fucking week.
Where are you going?
I don't know yet. Kyle texted me and said, "You want to get butt wasted tonight?" And I said, "Yes."
Thanks for the invite.
You want to come?
No, I have work.
Well, that's what I figured when you said you had to take a nap. So,
yeah.
We do have a listener question this week. We have another one. There's one of you out there that actually thinks that like we give good advice, I guess. So, this question is coming from Anonymous. This person wants to be anonymous. So this is from Anonymous. That's not actually their name.
Oh my God. Okay, what's the question?
Is there ever a reason to keep pursuing someone after they friendzone you? That's a good question.
Tim says yes.
I mean, I agree. It's gotta be the right situation. Like if you have gotten like the knockdown, drag out, like we're friends, like, and you've been friends with this person. Like, let's say, for instance, you get drunk and you tell your friend that you're in love with her and she tells you that she's not interested. Then, yeah, that's probably like a thing where you're going to be like, okay, we're not going to do this ever again.
Are you speaking from experience?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
But if it's somebody you hang out with often and like, it's like, oh, this is like a thing. It happened. Like, let's just forget about it. Let's bury it. Like we're, never going to talk about it ever again.
We buried it. All right.
Yeah. So, but if if it's somebody that you're just like kind of cool with and like you get like the hey, I just want to be friends thing, like, yeah, I mean, I guess, see it through a little bit, but just try not to be an asshole about it. Like, if
my opinion on it is that, like, so I don't like being rejected and I don't like rejecting people.
I have a crippling fear of rejection, so same.
Not a big fan of it. So, like, I don't know. Like, if somebody says it to you nicely, like, oh, we just want to be friends. Like, I feel like unless they give you a reason to believe otherwise, I don't know if you should continue to keep.
Yeah, I mean, not like to the point.
Like attention.
Yeah, it's not like to the point where like you should get like obsessive over it and be like, you know what, maybe there's still a chance. Like, I'm gonna just keep trying and trying and trying and trying. But you never know. Like, like I wouldn't like if it's somebody you're friends with and like, you hang out with them, like, not like regularly, but somebody you see every once in a while, you text sometimes and stuff, like, yeah, still keep in touch and everything and like see where it goes. But like, the fact of the matter is it's probably never going to go anywhere, just to be completely straight up with you, with somebody that's happened to multiple times. So, I mean, I would say just probably, try to move on. Try not to text the person all the time too, especially because that's not going to help. Like if you text every single day, all day, every day, you're just going to continue to have feelings for them, like regardless of, like.
What you know about that?
Oh, I know more than I want to know.
I don't know. I think unless they give you a like sure tail sign that they're like slowly starting to be interested, like don't come on too strong and take it as it is and let them kind of lead it.
Yeah, and don't be an asshole too. Like if they're like not interested, like it's hard enough as it is to be like, I don't feel the same way as you do.
I don't fuck with you.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're an asshole like that, then yes, please be an asshole back.
I need dick fuck.
be petty if they're gonna be petty. That's that's the way I am, but that's probably not the way to be. Do as I say and not as I do. Or no, that's never mind. That's not. That's a
start
working
with
situation.
philosophy.
But no, but yeah, in general, yeah. So just don't be an asshole. Like, you know, it's obviously it's not the easiest thing in the world to do to somebody or vice versa. So like, if it is what it is, try to move on. There's plenty of other fish in the sea, you know. So
That's a dating app.
there is actually, it is. Yeah, I got catfished on that.
Plenty of
Ironically enough. Yeah, that. I forgot about that. Yikes. That was a lot. All right, and that's enough of that. We dove deep into things that I did not want to dive deep into. So I'm gonna get out of here and drown my sorrows. Any closing thoughts?
No, that's about it. Just be safe tonight. Don't drink and drive, and
I will
don't
not drink and drive. I will be safe. I will
and
drink.
don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Exactly. My closing thoughts, as always, have some alcoholic beverages, as I will be doing. Have some consensual sex, which I will not be having sex in general tonight. But if you are, make it consensual and have yourselves a fucking day. We'll see you guys next week. We're out.
Bye.
I hate how much you love acting crazy. Tell everyone we're dating, then break up with me daily. I hate how much you love acting crazy.